This week, I am going to show you what I get in my typical monthly grocery haul here on our homestead and how much I spend in 1 month on groceries, just kind of, restocking and getting my usuals compared to what I spent for 1 week of groceries, including meat and, everything we needed for a week when we were on vacation. And then I'm going to show you what we ate in a week when I was cooking away from home. So it's a little bit of everything this week. So here we have it. This is my monthly grocery order. There's a ton of stuff in here. This is gonna take quite a while to unload, get everything organized and put away. This was the easy part, getting all of these boxes carried into the house, which that's easy for me to say because I didn't really carry any of them, everybody else did. But now comes the time-consuming part, and that's putting everything away. I have to clean out the fridge, make room in the freezer, and then decide what goes downstairs into the cold room. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Here we have it. This is about $1,500 worth of groceries, aside from several bags of chicken feed and some amendments for our garden. So maybe what you're looking at here is like $1,300 worth of groceries. So let's quickly go through and see what I got. So coffee filters, I got 3 boxes of coffee filters. That should last me a while. I really like to buy things in bulk, so these aren't necessarily things I'm buying every month. I just kind of go through my inventory, see what I need, and I stock up. This is a massive tub of peanut butter. I know people get passionate about peanut butter. Some people say it's not good for you, you shouldn't eat it, but my husband and kids love it, so I do keep it in the house. I just try to get the good stuff. All right, I've got some Karab chips here for baking. I have lots of jars this month because my cow is fresh. She's back in the milk, and not only do I just have a lot of milk that I need to store, I also have a lot of milk I'm freeze drying. And before we know it, we will be back in the growing and preserving season. So you can never have too many jars when you have a cow and have lots of food coming in. Okay, let's go around this side and see what's in all these bags. So this is a lot of my grain, and I think I have a bag of sugar here. This is hard red wheat. So hard wheats are going to be the ones that you use for baking bread. This is emmer. So 25-pound, I think that was a 50-pound bag of hard red wheat, and now a 25-pound bag of emmer. This is ancient grain, also used for, anything that you want to bake with. My daughter really likes baking cookies and stuff with emmer. She's tried out milling all sorts of grains and she really likes emmer, so she asked me to get some more. 25-pound bag of cane sugar. This is very minimally processed cane sugar. So if you're going to be baking with sugar, then it's good to make sure that it's high quality, organic, and minimally processed, so it has a lower glycemic index. All right, here I have a 25-pound bag of sprouted soft white wheat. So soft white is going to be your pastry flour that you can use for, anything that you want to be a little bit lighter and fluffier. And last in this big pile of grain, I have 2 25-pound bags of hard white wheat. So hard white, any hard wheat, that's gonna be your high gluten bread baking wheat. So hard white is going to be the closest thing to our, modern loaf of white bread. I really actually like the hard red wheat. It's got a really rich, nutty flavor. But if you're used to baking for your family and they really like a white loaf of bread, or they just really like that white flour look without it being sifted, then you're gonna wanna go with hard white wheat. Switching to natural fibers is such a game changer. There are so many health benefits. This is what we were meant to be putting on our body. I have a 100% cotton shirt on right now. It is just so comfy and light and breathable. But it can be really intimidating thinking about switching your entire wardrobe over to natural fibers. But let me share a really easy hack for switching to natural fibers for a third of your life. And that is switching to a natural mattress with Birch Living. I've had my Birch Living mattress for, oh my goodness, it's been almost a year now because I got it right after I had my 5th baby almost a year ago. And what I love about Birch Living is that they make their mattresses with non-toxic materials like organic cotton and wool, and they are free of any, harsh pollutants or polyurethane based foams. They do not use fiberglass as a flame retardant, and that is what most mattress companies use. They use fiberglass because it's cheap and easy to source, but it is very toxic. So instead, Birch Living uses organic wool. And if you know anything about natural fibers or about wool, maybe from cloth diapering or something like that, you'll know that wool is a great flame retardant. It's also really good for temperature regulation. So whether you're a cool sleeper or a hot sleeper, it's going to feel just right. And wool also has antimicrobial properties. So if you're wanting to try out a Birch Living mattress, the great thing is that you can actually do that in your home. You don't have to go to a mattress store and just lay on a mattress for a minute and hope that it works out well for you. You can actually order a Birch Living mattress and you get a 100-night free sleep trial. It arrives straight to your door, vacuum packed in a small package. It's really easy to get into your room, switch it out for your old mattress, and see for yourself. Birch mattresses are so comfortable. 79% of people say that they experience reduced back pain, so you're not sacrificing comfort for the health aspects of having a natural mattress. In a recent survey, 93% of customers said that they would recommend a Birch mattress to a friend, and I'm here as a friend to recommend it to you because we have truly loved our Birch Living mattress, and right now is a great time to give one a try. When you purchase your mattress using my link, birchliving.com/Hopewell Heights, you will get 25% off your mattress on top of free shipping anywhere in the US and the 100-night sleep trial. So I will put my link and all the details in the description below the video. Just tap the more button and check it out. All right, I've got some frozen spinach here to add into our smoothies. I do not remember ordering a massive box of lemons that big. I did order lemons. I just didn't anticipate a box this big, so I'll have to think about what to do with all these lemons, but I will find a way to use them. I also got some leek seeds. I usually get all my seeds from Baker Creek. They just have the best selection of heirloom seeds, but they didn't have leek seeds, and I really like leeks. So got me some leek seeds there. Got some leeks. Leeks are regular on my grocery orders. I just really love adding them into soups or stir fries. I just think they add a lot of volume and flavor. Let's see what else. I don't know what happened here, but these ended up in my order and somebody already opened the box and has been eating them. That was me, and they are delicious. So got some supplements. I recently got my blood drawn and like really low in vitamin D, so got some D3 with K2, and when you supplement with vitamin D, you want to do D3 and K2 together. Let's see what else. B complex. My blood work also showed that I was really low in vitamin B, so I figured, I have not tried Azure Standard supplements before, figured I would just give them a try. Also, since my cow is fresh in milk and I'm dipping back into cheese making, I needed cheesecloth, so this is really good stuff. It's not unbleached butter muslin, so that really fine weave cheesecloth. Got 3 packs of that. Let's see what else. Big bag of onions. I don't have any onions left from last year's garden, and I put onions in everything, so just grabbed a big bag of those. Nutritional yeast. That's just another really good source of B vitamins if you want to add it into smoothies. A big gallon of avocado oil. I make mayonnaise with avocado oil. That's really the only thing I use it for consistently, is making mayonnaise, and we eat a lot of mayonnaise, so I always have to keep that on hand. I got 3 big bags of diatomaceous earth. 1, 2, 3. And I'll just put these downstairs in the cold room, but it's good for so many things. You can use it on your pets, you can use it on your garden. There are just a million uses for diatomaceous earth. Just Google it, uses for diatomaceous earth. So grab the kids some toothpaste, Redmond. This is actually from Redmond, like the same Redmond that makes salt, and I really like that company. I like everything that they make. I like their bentonite clay, I really love their salt, and I like their toothpaste too. All right, I've got more jars here. This is something that these straight-sided jars, I have not been able to find these in a really long time. I used to get these at Target, like actual the Ball mason jar brand. I just haven't been able to find them in a really long time, and they're really good for canning things like asparagus. They're good for sourdough starter. You can easily measure your sourdough starter as it expands, and I actually really like to drink out of them because they fit in a cup holder in a vehicle, unlike a regular wide mouth jar. So I grabbed some of those. I was really happy to see those. Also, gallon jars. Gallon jars are very hard to come by, so I was really happy to see that Azure had them back in stock. They haven't had gallon jars in a really long time. I probably use half gallon jars the most though, so I got lots of those. All right, let's move on down to the cheese section. We eat a ton of cheese, and I am trying to learn to make cheese, and I know how to make mozzarella. I know how to make some kinds of cheese, but I just haven't mastered aged cheeses like pepper jack. This is raw jalapeno jack, or like cheddar, but I'm determined this year to master those things. In the meantime, my family eats a lot of cheese. We love cheese, and it's really hard to find organic, raw, grass-fed cheese anywhere. So I stock up, and this is, like, we will go through, you guys might be incredibly shocked and alarmed and disgusted, but we will go through all of this cheese in a month. These 2 massive bags of organic semolina pasta. This is just something that, like, for a quick, easy meal, I will keep on hand. I love to make my own pasta, but sometimes I just don't have time to put a meal together, and having dried pasta on hand really can save the day when you need to put a meal together quick. All right, I got a huge case of organic apple cider vinegar. I mean, this will be good for a really long time. I think the expiration date's like 2029, so I'm good on apple cider vinegar for a really long time. This box under here, I'm not going to open it up. That is French fries. Once again, it is another like fast food, just pre-cut French fries. I do actually keep, like, I call it fast food things on hand for when I just don't have time. I don't know, you know, I just need to save time. So like hash browns, pre-cut hash browns. Like, I know how to cut potatoes up and make hash browns, but this is just a lot quicker. And having these things on hand, especially when you homeschool and you need to throw breakfast together really quick. Maybe, you know, the baby didn't sleep well or whatever. It's just really nice. I've got lots of frozen fruit here, frozen peaches, strawberries, and I actually think these are pre-cut carrots. So that's just like easy to throw into soups or whatever. This is a huge thing of paper towels. And last but not least, I have this big bag of kelp granules that's actually for my chickens and for my cows to supplement their feed, especially in the wintertime. Okay, that's it. Now we need to start getting all this stuff put away. So we need to clean out the fridge. We'll start up here just by stocking the fridge with what we want to stay up here, and maybe the freezer as well up here. And then we will work our way downstairs and start working on the cold room. Corn is ready to go in the freeze dryer. This will free up some space in our freezer upstairs, and you know, it'll be shelf stable once it's freeze dried for a lot longer than I would need it to be shelf stable for, like 20 years.
These are cold.
I honestly don't know exactly how much grain or how much of any particular food item we go through in a month. I mean, I could do rough calculations, but I just don't keep track that carefully. I just try to stay stocked up on things that I know I can store easily for a really long time. And, you know, like whole grain is one of those things. It can be stored for years and you don't have to do anything special to it. You don't have to freeze dry it or anything. You can store it just like it is. Just make sure that when you do want to store food for long term, light, heat, and pests are the enemy. So you want to keep it in a cold, dark place and in something that pests cannot get into. This is the corn we freeze dried. It's just like light as a feather with all the water content removed. So we're gonna just pack this away in mason jars. And now it will be on our shelves here in the pantry as opposed to taking up space in the freezer. That is a wrap for this part of the video where I show you my typical monthly grocery haul here at home. Now I'm going to show you 1 week's worth of groceries when I didn't have all of my homesteading goodness and I had to start totally from scratch. We have an empty fridge that I need to stock for all of my children. I am feeding 9 people this week. It's my husband and I, our kids, our 5 kids, and then my in-laws. So we're starting totally from scratch here. We don't have any groceries and we're gonna go load up and buy groceries for 1 week. Here we go, baby. You ready, baby? We recently got a new van. This is not our van. We got a 9-passenger van, and you know, I had wanted this big, like 15-passenger transit, but like the reality of us having a bunch more kids when I'm already 35 is just slim to none. So the 9-passenger is good for us, but it was really nice having all of the extra seats in the 15-passenger van. I got to live out my dream, you know, having one of those for a week. Grand total was $915. This is a lot more than I would usually spend on groceries in a week because we have freezers full of meat in our basement. So we raise a lot of our own meat and process it. So I don't have to buy that on a week-to-week basis. I almost never buy meat at the grocery store. We also have our own eggs from our chickens. We have our own dairy. And I do some canning from my garden on good years in the fall as well. So I just don't spend this much. This is like shocking to me to spend this much for a week of groceries. I'm not gonna lie, we did have like 5 cases of beer on there as well. So it probably would have been lower if those wouldn't have been on there, like $100 lower. So I think my husband's blood pressure is through the roof right now. He does not go grocery shopping. That's just not his wheelhouse. It was very anxiety inducing to him and he just couldn't believe that we filled up 2 carts. He's like, I just can't believe this is so much food. So I had to remind him, like, you know, 3 weeks, that is 21 meals for 9 people. That is a lot of food. And so I think it's good that he saw this. Like, this is how much food that we go through. Because when you're not involved in the process of acquiring all the food, it can seem like, man, how could you spend so much money on food just for a week? But when you have a large family, it is very easy to do. So I'm gonna get started unpacking all of this. We went ahead and got fried chicken, like already made food from the store for tonight because I just didn't feel like unpacking all these groceries and then having to cook a meal. It's already 6:30. I knew when I got home I would have hungry kids. And so that's a classic move, right? Please tell me I'm not the only one who's done like a massive grocery haul and then you're so like worn out when you get home, you just put in a frozen pizza or something. So that's kind of what we're doing tonight. So let's get started and put all of this stuff away. Okay, so we will be here for a week. That is 7 days, 3 meals, 21-ish meals, probably less because we're going to go out to eat a few times. But for the most part, I want to be eating here. That would be just insanely expensive if we took 9 people out to eat every meal. And I actually don't mind preparing our food. It's a lot less hassle when you have kids actually, then you're not driving them out 3 times a day. We can just hang out here. And that's another reason why I don't like hotels. I like to get, just do a house that like is fully equipped with everything we need. That way we can make ourselves at home and we don't have to leave. So let's get started. I got, first of all, a lot of fruit because if you have kids, you know they go through a lot of fruit. So let's see, strawberries, bananas, oranges, grapes, just lots of fruit. And if you don't have a lot of kids, it might be shocking to you to see, you know, like 6 pints of strawberries. I got 2 or 3 bags of grapes, probably like over 20 bananas, apples, and yeah, they will eat that probably in less than a week. Like I wouldn't be surprised if that's all gone in 4 or 5 days. Also got lots of veggies. I think I got asparagus, broccoli, leeks, carrots. Vegetables are especially important to me because coming like off of the GAPS diet, I still require a lot of vegetables to keep my digestive system in a happy place. And speaking of that, I was able to find A2 milk, so this is something that I probably can have. It's obviously not raw milk, so I will be able to tolerate this. And I was able to find some grain-free granola. Purely Elizabeth is like one of my favorite brands. This stuff's dangerous though. It's so delicious that I eat too much of it. And I don't count calories, but if I was, that'd be bad because granola is not low calorie. But this is really high fat and no added sugar. I was also able to find some fermented kimchi and kraut, especially, you know, this might sound crazy if you have never had gut health issues to be so particular when you're out of town. Like, it might seem easier just to eat whatever is available. But if you had gut health issues, you know that like traveling and getting out of your normal routine and away from the foods that you usually eat can be detrimental. It can really set you back. So it's important to get probiotics in. So I was really happy to find these. I got 4 dozen eggs. I actually had 5 dozen in my cart, but that was like when I was putting those in, that was the point my husband met up with me with his cart, and he said that that was too much and I needed to put some back. I said, I don't think it is, but you know what? We'll go with that and we'll see who's right. So we're gonna see if we end up running out of eggs here. Also got some sprouted, gluten-free sprouted rolled oats. I get these at home from Azure Standard, so we eat a lot of oatmeal. All right, I was a fun mom a little bit. I got some cookie dough and ice cream. I don't know where the ice cream is, but I did get ice cream. I did get snacks. We are on vacation, and kids just eat a lot. And when they are hungry and they're wanting snacks, I don't want to have to run out and go get anything. So yeah, I found some good gluten-free snacks. We're not all gluten-free, but I don't know. I found that like store-bought processed snacks can be especially problematic with gluten. So if there's a gluten-free option, then I just go for that. As far as meat, my husband got all the meat. So brats, we have like breakfast sausage. I think the rest of the meat's down at the other end of the table. Ooh, this is the first for me. I really don't know if I've ever bought frozen waffles, but I got a bunch of frozen waffles, so my kids will enjoy that. But I usually just make them from scratch at home. But I don't have everything to do that here. Otherwise, I probably would. It's just not that much trouble. It's maybe like 10 minutes. And it's just a lot better for you, but oh well. I was able to find some organic cinnamon rolls, so lots of good stuff for breakfast. As far as like condiments and stuff, ooh, they had some Primal Kitchen. I was really excited. I love Primal Kitchen. Got some Chipotle lime mayo, got some peanut butter, coconut oil. I did get potatoes, so if we fry potatoes or anything, then I'll use coconut oil for that. Got some mayo, and you know, usually when I do my normal grocery shopping, I want to make sure everything is organic and just top of the line, because it's important to me what I bring into my home. But I was in a hurry, so if I was able to find like an organic option of something, then I got it. If not, I just got what was there, because I knew that my husband's blood pressure was climbing by the minute, and I just didn't want him to have a stroke. So I was like, I gotta just get this done and get out of here. Okay, got some spinach. My folate was low when I got my blood checked last time. And so I've been like eating sauteed spinach and butter, and I just really like sauteed spinach anyway. Mushrooms, like I said, lots of vegetables, that's for me. And I would just like cut up massive amounts of random vegetables and saute them in butter and garlic and herbs and just eat a lot of them. And all of that bulk keeps me full. And like I said, it just keeps my gut happy. All right, got salsa, some brie cheese, like different kinds of dips and stuff for snacks. Let's come down this way, see what else we got. I told you guys, a lot of bananas. There's a lot of bananas here. But if you have kids, you know, like actually these bananas, I wouldn't be surprised if they were gone in 2 days. They will just go through bananas like crazy if I do not keep an eye on them. And I do keep an eye on them, but sometimes I gotta go to the bathroom and stuff, you know? And so then they'll just eat them all when I'm in the bathroom or something. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, okay, I got some pre-made potato salad and baked beans. That's actually for tonight, because I told you guys I got fried chicken for tonight. So everything for tonight is pre-made. It's just gonna be a really quick meal because it's late and everybody's hungry. Now, I know this is gonna be a shocker, I did not bring my grain mill. I just went ahead and bought bread. I won't be eating any of this because my stomach is just not strong enough for that, but everybody else can. So we got lunch meat, we got cheese, I got bread for sandwiches, I got buns for burgers. We did get a bunch of ground beef. I don't know how many pounds of ground beef. There's a lot of ground beef here. Yeah, my husband did all the meat. Vermont maple syrup breakfast sausage. I'm definitely very spoiled. A little bit snooty when it comes to our meat, because like I said, we're just very spoiled, but that's okay. That's okay. It'll be just fine. Avocados. I try to eat an avocado every day. I'm just on like a higher fat diet, like higher fat, lower carb, kind of middle of the road as far as protein. We gotta have our ketchup. My family, we are a big ketchup family. Ketchup, what you have to be careful for is the high fructose corn syrup. So if you get organic ketchup, it's not gonna have, usually not gonna have that. It'll just have organic cane sugar, which is a lot better for your blood sugar. Ranch, and I got lots of stuff to make salads too. The lettuce is somewhere. There it is. So I will make some salads for good measure. I'm not a huge salad fan, but that's okay. Leeks are one of my favorite vegetables that, and I'll just chop these up and saute them when I do all my other veggies for myself. More breakfast sausage, bacon. We have the best bacon at home. And so it's really hard to impress me when it comes to bacon, but this looks really good. It's really thick, so we'll see. Let's see what else he got here. He got some pork tenderloin. Okay, that sounds good. Got paper plates. This is the lunch meat. Lots of butter. So I eat a ton of butter. I put butter in my coffee or tea in the morning, and then I cook all of my food in butter. So you just can't have too much butter. And we have waffles, so we will probably use all this butter. That's a lot of butter. Pickles, Famous Dave's pickles. I don't care if they're healthy, they're my favorite, and I always get Famous Dave's. I'm not going away from my Famous Dave's pickles because they're just delicious. All right, now, did get some ice cream for the kids. I don't know how this got in here. There are 2 little pints of ice cream for me, so that must have, somebody put that in there. Don't know how that happened, oops. All right, there's some chicken breast. I don't know what my husband has planned for these because he's gonna just grill all the meat. So I will find out what he has in store for us. What else do we have? We've got some frozen corn here. I was able to find organic shredded cheese. So like I said, I'm just not worried about it. Like I was in a hurry. If I could find organic stuff, great. If not, then I'm not worried about it. Now, I was not able to find A2 creamer, so I just got oat milk creamer. I know it's not ideal. I know it's not like good for you. It's not a health food, but it's not gonna hurt my stomach. Got diapers for the baby. That's not something I was gonna pack. Like I said, when we pack, we just bring, every person gets a backpack, so I don't pack diapers. I just buy them, just enough for what we need. Okay, so this is pretty much it. Not pictured is my husband's beer. You guys don't need to see that. I'm sure you know what that looks like. I don't know if this is gonna last us for a week. Now that I'm actually looking at it laid out on the table, I don't think it will. We can go through a lot of food in a week, but that's okay. There's like 5 million Publix stores within a 10-mile radius. So if we run out of food, I'll just go get more food. But for now, this is it. So now I just need to get this all put away and then feed my family some Publix fried chicken and baked beans and potato salad.
This boy.
Did you get cheese?
I did, yeah.
Because I didn't go away.
No, I got cheese. Okay, we are stocked up. So, fridge is full, freezer is full, and we got some groceries here in a little cabinet. So that is what $800 in groceries will get you in 2025. To me, that's not a lot because I remember when John and I first started having kids, I would take my oldest 2 to Aldi and I'd put them both in the cart, the little 2-seater carts they have, and my cart would be overflowing. And if I spent over $100, I thought, that's a lot. Like this was a huge shopping trip. And now you can get next to nothing for $100. So this is just what it is, but it is cheaper than if we were to eat out every meal. So I'll take that as a win.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. You know, I have had a lot of people comment on my videos like, why do you do voiceovers? Why don't you leave the background noise in your videos? Well, hopefully this video is a good example of that because it's just loud, and I mean like really, really loud when you have lots of kids around, and I love it. I'm used to it. I love it. It doesn't bother me at all, but it's just really hard to hear what I'm saying when it's really loud. So that is why I usually do voiceovers. But for this style of video, you're just getting all of the loudness and noise that comes with having a lot of people in a small space. Got my breakfast ready here, so show you what I've got. Some sauteed spinach, mushrooms and onions, an egg, some kimchi, avocado with chipotle lime mayo, some brie cheese, strawberries, and that is that. So maybe like, I don't know, I don't count calories, but I know this is probably 600 or 700 calories. Usually I would have some meat on this plate, but we did not. I mean, I'm just kind of picky about the meat that I eat, so this is what it is for today.
These are what? Water?
Yeah, I just want hot water. Oh. Okay. I'll have to.
You know, I just don't make a big deal out of the fact that I often have to eat different things than the people that I am feeding, especially when we have family that we are feeding. I try to like be more considerate of what they would enjoy than trying to make everybody eat what I can eat. Like, I love the food I eat, don't get me wrong, but not everybody does. My breakfast on day number 2 is the same, pretty much as breakfast from day number 1, because I got all the groceries to make this, so I'm gonna use all of it up. And I'm a creature of habit. I can eat the same thing pretty much every day.
I'll make it. So Vivi said oh, that's right. Hank didn't want
Want some, babes?
Yeah. Up here.
I figured I should probably eat more than just chips and hummus for lunch. So John's cousin came over last night. He lives just a little over an hour away from where we are. He brought us some Good Ranchers chicken. I've never tried Good Ranchers, but I've heard good things. So I'm gonna try it and let you know. This salad was so good. Everybody really loved it. But you know, I have found that if you put enough fried chicken and bacon and cheese and like ranch and anything, people are gonna love it because all those things are delicious. So this was a very loaded up salad. Oh, I added some hard boiled eggs too, so not short on protein. I mean, I'm just not the type to like serve a salad and call it a meal if it's not loaded up like this, unless it was like a meal for Lent or a time of fasting or something. That would be different, but in normal circumstances, I make sure that all my meals have plenty of protein and fat.
Is this for our unexpected?
One of John's sisters lives in Florida, and she stayed with us for most of the week as well. So it was really nice having 3 ladies in the kitchen to divide up the cooking and all the cleaning.
Where's the baked potato? The forks are on the table. This one yours? Yep. Here, come here.
Nope.
I got him up to go potty. He was kind of heard him stir, and then he wanted to come to bed with us, but then yeah, he did. So I did a pretty good job judging how much food we would need for a week, especially since it was just a different style of grocery shopping than I'm used to. But you know, when that's what you do for a living, is like feed people and take care of a home, then you just have a pretty good eye for those things. I have to say that I was actually pretty impressed with the meat selection that we got from Publix. Definitely much better than like Walmart or anything like that. Not that I eat that stuff a lot, but it just wasn't that bad. All right, that is it. That is our food for a week. Well, as much as I could remember to film. Thank you guys for watching again this week. I will see you all next week. But before you go, be sure to check out the offer that Birch Living has for Hopewell Heights subscribers. When you purchase a mattress from Birch Living, you will get 25% off plus 2 free EcoRest pillows. I'll link more details in the description below the video.